Jim, crypto news and analysis here. It is August 14. What is going on in the markets today? Is everything so bad? Well, let's look at these things because yesterday I was saying, guys, we're going to Bitcoin 132,000 LFG, guys. It's finally breaking out of here. And, you know, if you do look at this, it is a pretty strong breakout at around 123K. And usually moves like these would carry momentum higher, but it actually did a fuck you candle lower. And now we actually retested the bands in one fucking candle, which is absolutely insane. And right now we're in the middle of this range from 112K to around 124K. And I drew some paths for what will happen if Bitcoin. So obviously the bullish path is the green path, where the middle path, because honestly it's 50-50 on if we go up or go down first right now, since we're in the middle of the range. So we'll just have to see what happens in the markets. I'm expecting either green or red. Honestly, if the red path happens, that's altcoins are going to get fucked here. So let's look at Ethereum, for example. I drew out these paths on Ethereum. I'm pretty biased for Ethereum to actually follow this red path instead of the green path. And my reasoning why is because if you guys look at the liquidation heat map, a lot of liquidity is down here at 4180. That is white hot, or green hot, I suppose. And liquidity likes to be stopped out usually sometimes. And if you also look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, if it can load up here, there's a lot of liquidity around here at 112K, although it is less dense than Ethereum. But what was supporting my thesis here is that if I look at the Bitcoin dominance, if you look at the dominance chart on the daily, we're seeing a hammer pattern here, which usually suggests that there's a little of a lack of momentum. And I was expecting Bitcoin dominance not to do a super dagger candle like that, but instead to be more of a choppy path downwards. So there's going to be a rotation between Bitcoin and Ethereum. And right now, it seems that there is a loss of momentum momentarily short term. So I think Bitcoin is going to go up like dominance wise and retest the EMAs, maybe even reclaim the bottom end of this range here before chopping down even lower. That's my expectation of it. That's what the price action is telling me. And Ethereum here, and the fact that it's been up only for I don't fucking know, man. It's been up only for 2 months. It's 2x in a month, and we haven't seen any fucking pullback. I mean, there's a pullback here, I guess, but like, seriously, like it's very, very possible that Ethereum is going to pull back here into this level here. If I were to assign a probability, maybe like 70% chance, 30% chance it follows a green path and actually goes higher. I do think later on in Ethereum will eventually break this all-time high and go higher, but it's a matter of when, right? Because right now, I think when it's more probable we go lower to consolidate a bit to form a base before we go higher, while Bitcoin, you know, it wants to touch this liquidity down here and just chill around there. That's kind of my own interpretation of the markets right now. So it's pretty 50-50. But if I were to lean towards one side, it would be bearish. And Bitcoin right now, it is retesting the green bands, hasn't even turned red on them. So that's the bull case for Bitcoin could actually just bounce here and just go higher. But if you also look for Ethereum, it's yet to retest the bands, and it's been up for so long and overextended. And we also look at the RSI, where it's looking a bit weaker than how it is around here. So take what you will with that data. I've been studying this for like hours today, and I'm trying to make a decision here. What the fuck is going on in the market? I'm personally in the Ethereum short, because I have a system for this for a breakout to the downside since it broke structure around here. But I don't know if it's going to actually go that way, but I took it because there's some asymmetric upside here, in my own opinion. But yeah, Ethereum right now, where it goes up or it goes down, I think it'll go up later on in the year. But for now, it's probably going to pull back. That's my own opinion on it. If you look at the other altcoins like Dogecoin, Hyperliquid, XRP, all the altcoins are fucked right now. Others chart right now. If we look at the daily chart, it is still bands green, but yeah, there's probably going to be pretty mean reverting, honestly. I would not be surprised if it just chilled around here and developed a base to go higher, like a double bottom on others chart. But the bands are still green on this, so it's kind of just dependent on Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is pretty much the main reason why everything is shitting the bed currently. And if we're going to look at the deck screener altcoins, there's not really a lot to say. A lot of tokens are pretty much red on the day. It's just a sea of blood. I don't know if there's anything strong at all. Ethereum betas, yeah, a lot of these are fucked. I would say that the strongest token is KTA. This one is pretty much performing as strongly as Ethereum, even though it's a beta to it. So if I were to say any sign of strength, it's Kita here out of all the altcoins. I've showed this in the last few videos, but pretty much everything else is shitting the bed, while Kita is not bad. This Ray token, by the way, I think I talked about this in the Telegram. I don't have it right now, but this did break the ascending channel and also broke the 50 EMA. So Ray doesn't really look too hot either. So if Ethereum it does get fucked, then you could expect this to do something like that pretty quickly. I mean, especially how quickly it pulled back from 220 to 136. Well, I mean, this is a good project, but price action wise, people are just taking profits here since people position themselves at around 7 million. And what is that, like a 20x? Yeah, like a 20x. People are sitting on 20x profits, and it's above all-time high. People are smart to take profits here, right? But yeah, let's look at some of the tweets. Fun fact: more people got capital liquidated on the BTC dip from 124,000 to 118,000 people got liquidated on a COVID dip. Yeah, so there was this whole spiel today. Over 100 billion wiped out from the crypto market cap in the past 24 hours. And the reason why is because a lot of people were pretty much over leveraged here. And everyone was like, oh my God, to the moon. And there's a lot of liquidation flushes. There's some talks online with the leverages where dude was long everything, LMFAO, lies lower your leverage for real. If you get liquidated on the cycle micro dip day, you have a 0 survival chance in the long run, no matter how many accounts you load of money. Yeah, so there was like the PPI data, and it wasn't as people expected. And then this guy got fucking liquidated for 13 million fucking dollars because he was long on everything. And you know, there's a real problem here of being over leveraged. And when you're over leveraged and there's even a small move like this, I mean, on the grand scheme of things, a small move, short term is a huge move, but a small move like that can really kill people. And that's a really good, like, I was giving my own yaps here on Twitter where I was like, MS putting their whole port on leverage getting wiped out couldn't be me, right? Because the barbell theory is just leverage be like, I'm rich, I lost everything. Yeah, like, with leverage, you don't play for a whole fucking portfolio. I see this all the time where people are going to put like 2x, like on Robinhood, 2x inverse or 2x or whole fucking portfolio on a stock. Like, the thing is that leverage it's a weird tool statistically where it's difficult to recover the losses if you actually lose money with it. But with liquidation risks, there is a chance of certain death probabilistically, while if you just hold spot, there's not. So you're just, if you over leverage yourself, there's more chance you're gonna die than not, basically. And I want to talk about this observation here with the recent liquidation flush, because this was mainly leverage. Key thing to remember, but mass liquidation events usually aren't bullish. Last time we had one, February 26, 2025, we did have a nice recovery, but retracted entire move went even lower. Would not be surprised if we bounced from and BTC nukes to 112K and ETH nukes to 4 to 200. Wiping all leverage, we start standing flat candles higher. Attach ETH liquidation to Loki scare bright right now. Yeah, so I was covering this earlier. I think I was here talking about it there. Maybe I wasn't. I don't know. But there was a huge liquidation flush when Bitcoin was forming this distributive McDonald's pattern. And then it was a huge liquidation event. It was genuinely once in a lifetime thing here. And it pretty much increased the whole fucking candle back in one move, but then it just pretty much went lower and lower. And what I'm saying is that right now it's possible we're seeing this in the Bitcoin price action where we see this huge death candle, which usually is from leverage flushes. And usually it's not a bullish thing. Like, it's not really a buy to dip thing. It's usually that, okay, maybe there'll be a recovery, but then it just goes lower to retest this level as well. Because 112K, by the way, since we have tapped it, we've only retested it, or we haven't retested it at all. So it would make complete sense for us to form a double bottom here on Bitcoin before going higher. So just keep this in mind. And the liquidation heat map here, shit tons of liquidations at 4,200. Price loves to go down that way. So don't be surprised at all if it goes down to take it. So that's kind of my own thesis on this. But yeah, that's pretty much all I was saying in this video. There's not really a bullish or bearish super strong sentiment. I'm more slightly bearish currently than bullish. I know in the last video I was like so bullish, LSU we're so back, but you know, on the daily it was a really nice close, right? But then now we have this absolute fuck you candle lower. Like I did say, there's a chance that this is not really the breakout we're looking for, and then boom. Well, yeah, there's two ways it can go. I'm more slightly bearish than bullish, but it can go either way. I would say it's like a 40% chance of being bullish, 60% chance of being bearish. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm saying in this video. And what I will say that if we do get 112K BTC, a lot of alts are going to be on sale. And we are in alt season still, by the way, just based on price action. And when that comes and Bitcoin dominance retests this resistance, then that's probably the best entry you'll have on altcoins for a while at 112K. So I would keep that as a notification in case we get that, because you could seriously make serious fucking money with there. So that's finished on this video, and I'll see you guys.